Today we'll be exploring apples. Can an apple a day really keep the doctor away? Stay tuned and we'll find out. Its genus is classified as Malus and it is within the Rosaceae family. This family includes the rose plant, raspberry, plums, pears, peaches, apricots, and cherries, just to name a few. It's native to Central Asia, where its wild ancestors can still be found today in recent DNA studies. Archaeologists have found evidence that humans have been enjoying apples since 6500 BC. Charred apples have been found in prehistoric dwellings in Switzerland. DW.com published a recent article titled "The Forbidden Fruit: The Curious Early History of Apples." It states that much of the current apple's genetics can be traced to the Silk Road. A researcher named Robert Spengler, studying apple seeds for over a decade and a half, told DW, both the genetic and the fossil evidence seems to suggest that large fruiting varieties seem to go back to the late Miocene. So probably in the range of 9 to 7 million years ago would be a good estimate. Apples have certainly played a part in mythology, religion, and folklore, including biblical references, Greek, Norse, and Celtic mythology. Hey, did you know? New research suggests that adding baking soda to the water when washing your apples is the best way to remove pesticide residue. There are more than 750 known cultivars of culinary apples Malus pumila. There are over 7,500 known varieties of apples grown throughout the world. 2,500 varieties are grown in the United States, and approximately 100 of those varieties are grown for commercial production in 36 states in the U.S. How do you like them apples? The World Atlas states that apple is one of the most produced fruits in the world. China, the US, and Poland are the top 3 countries in production of apple. According to the USDA, China is the topmost producer of apple, producing 44 million tons annually. The second largest contributor is the United States. It produces an average of 4.6 million tons. In the same year, the yield of apples were 310,000 tons. The production is high in comparison to previous years. Nearly every state in the U.S. produces apples. Nonetheless, around 70% of the apples are produced in the state of Washington. In the U.S., the apple is the second most commonly consumed fruit. 2,500 varieties of apples are raised in the U.S., including McIntosh, Rome, Gala, Red Delicious, and many more. These apples are also a huge source of income due to exports. On third position is Poland. It produced 3.6 million tons of apples in 2016. The production was whopping high from the previous year. Apple trees can produce a variety of colorful fruit ranging from yellow, green, pink, and red, as well as taste ranges from bitter, sour, tart, mealy, smooth, crunchy, and sweet. Apple trees are propagated by grafting onto rootstock. Rootstocks are selected for its size and root disease resistance. Most rootstocks do not produce good fruit. A healthy young branch or scion from a desired apple tree will be grafted onto rootstock or a single bud from the desired tree, called bud grafting. Scion and bud grafting techniques can be applied to existing apple trees. You can combine different varieties and graft them onto a single apple tree and make yourself your very own Frankenstein apple tree. Apple trees need full sun and, like other fruit trees such as pears, plums, and peaches, require chill hours. For example, if an apple tree requires 500 chill hours, it will need a consistent 500 hours of temperatures below 45 degrees Fahrenheit. The amount of chill hours is directly related to growth regulation, dormancy, and rest period. However, Kevin Hauser of Cuffle Creek Nursery tests and sells hot climate apple trees. He is well on his way for disproving the chill hour requirement for some varieties. For some time now, Kevin has been working with farmers in Africa and establishing apple orchards where there are no chill hours. This is good news for everyone. I'll leave a link to his website below. Apples are a rich source of polyphenols. These polyphenols occur naturally and are found in chocolate, cereal, dry legumes, fruits, vegetables, some beverages like teas, and spices. Polyphenols have antioxidant properties. These are the same properties that protect plants from ultraviolet radiation. Clinical studies have shown that polyphenols provide some protection from the development of cancer, heart disease, diabetes, osteoporosis, and neurodegenerative diseases. Daily apple consumption helps your body to become more resistant to diseases such as Parkinson's, cataract, Alzheimer's, gallstones, certain cancers, and it can also help with lowering blood sugar levels by reducing insulin resistance, lower your risk of diabetes. In a study, women who ate 1 apple per day had a 28% lower risk of type 2 diabetes than women who didn't eat any apples. You can also lower your risk of stroke. There was a 10-year study conducted which included a little over 20,000 men and women ages 20 to 65. It showed consuming 1/5 cup of apple slices daily reduced the risk of stroke by 9%. And because of the high levels of quercetin, it can reduce allergic responses and boost immunity. Apples are packed with vitamins, and significant amounts of antioxidants are found in apples, like quercetin. Not only can it reduce allergic responses and boost immunity, it slows down carb digestion, helping prevent blood sugar spikes. Chlorogenic acid helps your body use sugar more efficiently. It can also help with weight reduction, and it has anti-inflammatory properties. Fluorizine slows down sugar absorption and lowers blood sugar levels. The highest concentration of beneficial antioxidants are found in the Honeycrisp and Red Delicious apples. These vitamins and antioxidants are found in both the flesh and the skin of the apple. However, higher concentrations are found in the skin. Did you know apples don't have any fat, sodium, or cholesterol? Apples account for 50% of the world's deciduous fruit tree production. Apple wood burns slow with less smoke. It has a pleasant smoky aroma, and it is highly prized for smoking meats. Apples ripen 6 to 10 times faster at room temperature than if they were refrigerated. Apples are still picked by hand. After all that apple talk, why don't you whip up something apple? Here's a no-fuss apple cobbler recipe. If you prefer something cool and refreshing, try this non-alcoholic adult drink. Well, that's what's what with apples. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new, and if you enjoyed this video or have suggestions for future videos, please let me know in the comments below. And remember, like, share, and subscribe.